this guitar go? Because I'm a player and I'm 62. I've owned a million guitars, and man, this thing has everything. I've sold a couple pre-war Martins about a year and a half ago. They were, I think, 017s. And this guitar reminds me of that tone, but with even more crystal-like bloom. It's got more clarity. It still has the warmth and the sweetness of that kind of mountain tone, but with more of a crystalline quality. It's really hard to describe tone. And folks, this wood in the back is not just bling. It adds to the tone. This is super, super rare. I've sent this picture to people that are guitar brokers. I have a friend named Larry who's a guitar broker. He sells to Martin Gibson. He sells to everybody. He also makes tellies. But anyway, a lot of people have told me how rare this wood is. It's not just bling. It adds to the tone. The top is Engelmann spruce. There's some bear claw down here. It's probably kind of hard to see in the pictures. It's all solid wood. Excuse me, all solid wood ebony fretboard. This is a one-off guitar. It's the only one in the world like this. It's really a hard guitar to sell, and so I'm listing it for sale before I can't. If somebody buys it, I'm going to have to sell it, right? Oh boy, this is such a nice guitar. The top has unbelievable, beautiful silking patterns, a little kind of mini flames that go across this way, which always has a top which ages better. I see one little ding here. I think there's two little dings somewhere on here. It's really hard to find. This thing is near mint. I'm going to do one more video here. And if you want to call me, feel free. And if you're you can barely tap this guitar and it starts to hum. It's just unbelievable. If you're overseas and you're interested, I'm not sure if it does have an ebony fretboard, so we can look into that. But feel free to get in touch if you're overseas. Maybe we can work something out. Not very warmed up right now, but I just want you guys to hear this. I grew up with a mom who was one of the best classical piano teachers in the world. We had 2 grand pianos in the house. I really got the tone of a piano buried in my head. Folks, this has that pianistic overtone series. It's just incredible. This is a lot of guitar. If you can afford a guitar like this, my advice is don't overthink it. Buy it while it's here, because somebody's just going to grab this and be absolutely blown away, and I'm not overselling. It's that good of a guitar. I've been a guitar broker for 40 years. This is like the top 1 or 2 guitars I've ever had. I was playing something the other day, though, and I ended up on I was doing this. I was going. I ended up in this note down here, and it just kind of exploding out of the guitar. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's just this redefines tone, man. I would feel better if this guitar went to a really, really, really good home, because I love this guitar. I'm gonna, I've kind of got mixed feelings on letting it go, but this is one of the things that I do. I'm a player, but I also do have a small guitar business, and it's a labor of love. But you can hear that tone. I'm using a $50 CAD mic, by the way, just a really cheap mic. think that's the problem with most even great acoustic guitars is, I mean, they have a nice voice and everything, but the overtones are not complete. You tend to have a little lacking in the mid-range or the treble or the bass, or the balance isn't complete. It doesn't all bloom at the same time, if that makes any sense to you guys out there that are great players. I know you're watching. Think about that. You know, it's kind of an orchestral bloom that blends together and blooms evenly. A lot of guitars have really compressed bass, or the mid-range is pretty bad, or the treble, but it's not blended together. This guitar just blends. This guitar reminds me of an explosion of creation or something, like primordial soup of sound, man. This guitar is just starting to open up, folks. I really don't think this has been played more than a few hours. And this guitar came from somebody who has ties in the industry and everything's cool. And he wasn't real crazy about letting it go either, but you know, he had his agenda. Really special guitar, you know. It just sounds like a piano or something. I mean, I've walked into guitar shops, seriously, and looked at guitars for $14,000, $15,000. This thing would blow it away. I'm not kidding. This is quite a find, folks. Played much today. But yeah, what you want to look for in a great guitar tone is first orchestral balance. It has to be balanced, you know. And all the bass, treble, and mids have to bloom kind of together at the same time. And that's why I mentioned like a triad of tone. They have to bloom together and kind of have a holographic bloom, or what I call a secondary bloom. This has got it, man. I'm not sure if you can hear that. Almost like you play a chord and the chord comes up, like I said, it just kind of, I call it like a triad of the blooming of the overtones, you know, just, man. I'm not kidding when I say this is a hard guitar to let go of, because I love this guitar. It's sweet, but it's powerful. It's got holographic bloom, that kind of crystalline quality. I know people out there that you guys are players, you've been playing for years. Even if you have $1 million in guitars, this is one you might want to grab, folks. It really has a sound. And what's amazing is it's just starting to open up. It really is just starting to open up. It's going to open up a ton more. I can hear it, but man, this guitar makes most guitars sound compressed, like you have a blanket on it or something. It's just, this is what's been fun about doing this for the last 40 years. If I've sold millions of dollars of guitars, I've got to hear so many different guitars. And while every guitar does have its own magic, there's a lot of things missing in a lot of guitars. Some people would disagree with me, but I happen to believe that, and a lot of people agree with me too, that highly figured wood adds to the tone. It's a more mature wood. The wood has, like I just recently ordered a guitar with an Adirondack torrefied top from the Music Link, because I'm a dealer with the Music Link, and can't wait to try that dread. But more mature wood is able to be more orchestral. And then, like I said, I know it's hard to see probably hard to see the bear claw on the bottom. Well, you can see it a little bit there, but there's some bear claw below the bridge there, where a bear has clawed the tree and the tree heals itself. That makes it more orchestral too. But yeah, they use some of the best wood around for this guitar, so this is very, very special. Well, I better go. This is really a hard guitar to put down. Thing's unreal, folks. If you're watching this and you can afford this guitar, grab it. It's, like I said, really hard for me to let this one go. Really hard, because I've been playing this a little bit every day and just writing on it. It's really inspiring me, and I'm going to be really spoiled after this. I don't know. I have to design my own guitar and start a guitar company to get something this good. But yeah, this is rare. It's a one-off. You'll never see another one like this on the planet ever. And this back is some of the best wood in the world. It really is. It's not bullshit. So, all right, folks, if you want to hit me up, go ahead. You can email me, stevezook, 7 at yahoo.com, or pokezu@gmail.com, or call me, 714-548-0385. Like I said, I'll feel better if this goes to a good home, but, man, this is a lot of guitar. All right, take care. Keep the positive faith, and trust the universe. Ciao.